My name is Jonathan Stafford. I'm a ballet master with the New York City Ballet. The company is currently on tour at the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. And today you're going to have the pleasure of seeing a rehearsal of George Balanchine's Tschaikovsky Pas de Deux. Mr. B choreographed Tchaikovsky Pas de Deux back in 1960, and it still remains one of our most cherished ballets of his in our rep today. He took music from Tchaikovsky's original score for full-length Swan Lake, just a little 10-minute section that isn't usually in Swan Lake anymore, and created this little ballet that has no story, and it's a very classical ballet with a lot of virtuosic dancing, and it's a great vehicle for our leading dancers. Today, you will get to see two of our principal dancers, Teresa Reichlen and Zachary Catazaro, otherwise known as Tess and Zach. And the exciting thing about them doing this part and just kind of the rehearsal today is this is one of the last rehearsals they'll have before they debut the role tomorrow here at the Kennedy Center. We also have with us today a ballet master, Katey Tracey. We have our wonderful accompanist, Craig Baldwin, and we have our conductor, Daniel Capps, who will be leading the orchestra tomorrow. So I hope you enjoy. Thanks. Ready? Just a hair slower for them, Daniel. Thanks. That was better.
Yeah. Did that well yesterday, too, with that new hand placement. Keep your passe. Two has been working for them better.
That's all right. Good, Zach.
A little bit more breath up right before you let go. Something funky with that left arm.
Good.
Take your time. So pretty. I was just a little bit late for that second sauté, I think.
We can ask him to go a little easier for them.
Maybe, yeah. It picked up nicely for Tyler, but just need a little bit more.
Much better.
I think he can pick up his left arm just a hair sooner so he can be ready to take it. Good.
Good.
Luxurious bow. Yeah. Zach, if you put your left arm up a little sooner, then you can see where her hand is going to be, so you can take it, because you're both going at the same time, so it's harder to coordinate that moment. Yum, ba-da-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-dum, bum. The second time. Thank you. And.
Better.
Good.
Yeah.
That helps.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't need to go so far upstage. Better.
Good, Zach.
Yeah.
Better.
Just that one that goes to
Mm-hmm. But actually your leg position was better, much tighter. Just take your time, make sure that you really land it before you try to bounce out of it.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of the pirouette before you finish the double tour.
Yeah.
Just because the first two are great, land the third one, then move on.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to hear it?
Sure.
Just before the double tours? Thank you. So much better.
So, that plie that you had, that was so nice. You just caught yourself, moved on. Good.
Better. Good, Tess. Big step. Much better.
Good.
Good. Thank you.
Take your time.
He needs to hold his top arm a little bit longer. That's right. Keep reaching front toe.
It's better.
Yeah. split. Consistently difficult.
It's better.
Yeah. That was better. I think she should look to her hand on that first arabesque like she does on this one. I keep forgetting to tell her, yeah. Big step.
Good.
She needs to power that through a little bit.
Better.
Yeah, he just stays a little bit closer on the first side. Good.
Good.
Very nice.
First one is so much better.
Much better.
So much better.
Yeah, closing the gap helps a bit.
Yeah.
Much better. Good.
Very good.
Well, that's like a full day's work.
Yeah.
That was my full day's work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
They're in good hands. Okay.
Yeah. Let's start the coda and work backwards. Sometimes, Tess, you kind of are really plying here for your fouette. Yeah, if you could get around just a hair more. No, you kind of, like Katey murmured, front, and then you kind of just fixed it on your own. But it was more in the beginning, actually, that you were here. And then you kind of, on the last ones, you fix it. Yes. Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Because then we see it. Otherwise, we see just toe coming straight. When it's out to the side, we see it coming straight at us as opposed to seeing you. Good. Zach, your pirouette down here, you never quite got up. Like you do on your turns, on your grand pirouettes, you were up on a better leg. Over here, it was kind of, you never quite got up on it. There you go. I could tell as soon as you went up it was going to work, because when you see that initial, much better. Tess, Katey wants you to look at your hand on the first arabesque. On the going around in the circle, instead of looking front. Do you want to try it?
Because she said that she was losing us.
Oh, because you were turning too much?
Trying to hide that with the head.
Okay. Try it once and let's see. Maybe it looks, we'll see what it looks like.
So we don't need to.
Yeah. The circle. Yeah. This was much better. Arabesque. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Yeah, that's nice. Just a little more active then, otherwise you just kind of stay.
I was just trying to not disappear.
Revoltads are great, Zach. Just be careful. On one of them, your arm really dropped. Yeah, you probably felt that. No, it's okay. Because all this is great, so you want to still show that up there. Manege looks good. Yeah, it's better. Everything's getting up there. It's all firing. Yeah, the front foot. Good, this was better, Tess. The first 2 sets were better, and then the third one got a little whacked. Yeah, I mean, the energy is so great. I don't want you to take your energy down at all, but to just find a moment for the arms there. First and third of these were good. The second one got a little adagio instead of strong, yeah. And then really, it's hard to do in here, really attack the PKs going off. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, that's one of those places to really go after it because it's really effective from the front. Solos. It was good, Tess. I mean, with where we were standing, your first double step up was good, and on the second one, you stepped in a funny place. I don't know what it felt like on that diagonal. Like, everything was coming towards us on the first set, which was great, and then the second set, you kind of stepped towards the mirror. Yeah, keep coming this way. Boom. There you go. Boom. Exactly. It's when I think that leg gets a little sluggish, or it stops sooner, or it just steps in a different place. That's when you're going to get a little wonky. And then, can you squeeze in one more chaîné at the end, or is that your plan? No, I mean, yeah, he had to run down to rehearsal, but
So tomorrow in the stage rehearsal.
yeah, he might. If he does what he did today, you could fit one more in.
Okay, yeah, just our pianist happens, so.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
There's a wide variety of things in this.
yeah.
Okay, I'll try 4 tomorrow.
Maybe just try it tomorrow so that it really finishes like surprise.
So I brought you around for one more student just to
Well, I mean,
for that table thing.
but maybe if we're gonna have that much.
I think what he did today, like I slowed him down a tiny bit because I just think it's better for you guys to be able to really show everything, because Tyler and Tyler wanted it quicker last night because that's just what they like. So, which is fine.
I mean, I can just hold off and like, I won't anticipate the double play like I did.
That's okay. We should
Just do 2.
do 2.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's probably best
Yeah.
for tomorrow.
That was
Yeah,
my fault.
For tomorrow.
yeah. Well, you had time,
Yeah.
so.
You do 3 minutes.
Double cabrioles. It's great. That one over there,
It's like an itch.
it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. Just be careful. You went up a little bit like this on it, yeah. And then you kind of adjusted to land, but I think if you can try to go up a little bit more lifted there, so you really feel on top of your legs. Yeah. That's better though, because at least even if there's not as much of that, you're at least in a nice position as opposed to kind of wandering in the air. Everything else was great. I mean, when you fixed that double tour, that was so much better.
Yeah, it felt better. I just, because the first 2 of the arms are up here and it's such a different feeling
Yeah.
to switch it.
Yeah, you could tell you didn't jump as high, and you were kind of, yeah, you just commit to it, and you'll be fine. That was good. The whip turn was much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This thing.
Really? Okay. Glad it works. One I also know with her. Yeah. That was all good. This dun 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 could be a little bit better, yeah.
I just like don't want to let go, but I should.
Yeah, you should. Do you feel like he's in the right? Do you feel like he's in the right place?
I feel like I'm being. I still think it needs to be a little more
Yeah, I feel like she's a little like that.
to the right, like over my head. I'm feeling like I can't let go because I'm being pulled to pieces the tiniest bit. That way.
Yes, much better. Yeah. Well, and you can come around, then let go. You don't have to let go as you're coming around. That's what Tyler does. She kind of comes around and then feels it, then lets go and has that breath up. Especially the second one, you can. Can you try the turn down here, Tess, and take just a little bit more force? Like, be really aggressive so he doesn't have to do too much.
That was terrible. Sorry. Because when I take a lot of
Yeah. Well, no. I think a lot of force is going to be fine, but you went fourth and go. It's okay to come around, then take off, so you know where your feet are. Yeah. And that was great what you did, Zach, where you just give her a kick right in the beginning so we don't see too much of the paddling. I'm going to ask him probably to make the lifts a little heavier, like the music there, because it's just a lot to keep up with. Yeah. He likes to just make that move, which is fine, but I think it could be a little bit less for you guys, just so you're not feeling frantic. This was all much better, all this stuff, and it was good. You took your time. You didn't try to rush, even though you were a little bit late here. It's fine to just make sure it looks nice.
I just need to be patient in all those last promenades. It works when I just like take a moment.
Oh yeah.
Like,
And in the moment you start trying
I know,
to go around.
I get frantic, sorry.
Okay.
Is it?
No, I just feel like incredibly uncomfortable, but I'm just gonna like.
So you know what we fixed here, Zach, taking that hand? Is there a way to put your hand up that's a little less? You're doing something that there's like a big switch when you go to grab her and it's kind of obvious. Is there a way to kind of cover that a little bit more? So you do the first one.
This one right here. So I go down.
So,
Seeing that.
yeah. Yeah, that's better. She has long arms, so I know you're like trying to. I mean, it's fine. It's such a little detail, but it's nice to not see a big hand go if you can just do that and then take. Last thing is great. It was seamless. She just pulled right off of her point shoe. So, anything else you guys want to do? Well, we have 3 minutes.
I think I'm okay.
Yeah.
I did have one question though. So when we get down here and she looks, does the man look too, or is that just like Sleeping Beauty?
No, you should just look at her. Yeah, it's just her. Yeah, and you can take a moment, like when you come up here, you can acknowledge each other if you want, take a moment there. And you don't have to go, Zach, on this stage, especially because the stage is really deep, you don't have to go so far up stage. You can be more like third wing as you go across, because you're just going side to side, and then you won't have as far to run to come down here. And then you will want to get up stage before your double tour, so you have space. But yeah, otherwise it was good. It's going to be fun tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Very good. Thanks, Craig.